Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 22nd of November. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director of Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is a weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts for you. So this week we have Car Sales, Xero, Macquarie Group, Main Pharma and Nanosonics. So if you have a request, email it through. Also make sure you share this video on social media. The more requests that I get, the more chance I have to narrow them down to the best ones. Also, just bear in mind that this video is general advice only. So moving on to the first one, car sales. So this is a weekly chart. It looks like there was clear support around 1350, which is where the share price broke down recently, and you'll notice that the volume really kicked up on the way down. So it's not a very good sign for the share price. At the moment, we're seeing a bit of a bounce here. So I think $11 seems to be support just based on previous price action. So it's made a bit of a reversal here. Can't get too excited because as you could see 3 weeks ago, it did the same thing, only to fall further. So what I'd prefer to see is a bounce and a higher low. So given the severity of the fall, it's not going to rally, well, it'd be unlikely for it just to turn around and rally all the way up here straight away. We're likely to get a bounce and hopefully a higher low, and then that would be a safer entry point. Very similar to the end of last year. Sharp sell-off, bit of a rally, and then a higher low, and that gave us a bit of confidence that it would head higher. Xero, clearly it's come back quite sharply. Tech stocks are on the nose at the moment. It's come back in 5 waves, so if we're looking at a closing basis on the, well, at least on the daily chart, we could see that on a closing basis here, we didn't get the overlap. That's what it looks like on the weekly chart. So in terms of the body of the candles, a much clearer 5-wave decline. Is the 5-wave decline over? Well, because it failed to overlap here, it was always going to go to a slightly new low, which is what it has done. So in the short term, we could see it's just gone to a new low. We've got divergence here on the RSI. So as the share price has gone to a new low, RSI is already trending up. So it looks like we're almost done with this sell-off, and then we should get a 3-wave advance. Potentially, we could retrace all the way up to 61.8, which is here near $46 to retest this peak here. So looking for a 3-wave advance, at least up to $46, but we're almost near the low for Xero in my opinion. Macquarie Group, another stock with a 5-wave decline. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, strong bounce, and now it's starting to come back a bit, but the bounce off the lows was quite strong, so it exceeded the 61.8% retracement, so that's a good sign. Obviously come back a bit with the market, had an earnings upgrade in here, but market doesn't care at the moment. So 5th wave done, good bounce off the lows. We might see a bit of a triangular consolidation. So with a 5-wave decline, we're not going to go to a new high very quickly, so we might just need to use up a bit more time here, and then we can go to a new high. Worst case scenario is we end up with a big 3-wave, so a big A, B, C, and if C is same as wave A, it could take us to 105. But at the moment, we're holding on to this low, which is better than what the overall market's doing. So at the moment, I'm favouring a bit more of a sideways movement, sort of back up to 120, perhaps sideways a bit before it gets going again. Main Pharma, like most other stocks, we've seen a 5-wave decline. So I say it's 5 waves due to the lack of overlap here with these lows and highs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slightly new low. $100 is obvious support. I'd like to see it sort of dumped down $100, and I'd like to see it very quickly get back up above that level. I'd just like to see that sort of buying support come in to feel a bit more confident that the 5-wave is finished. We're also getting a bit of divergence here on the daily chart, so I think we're close to seeing this one stage a bit of a rally as well. And finally, Nanosonics. You'll notice since the peak, this one you might count 5 waves, but it's not a 5-wave decline because we've had this high overlap this low. So this is a sign of strength. It means that any sort of bounce from here has higher potential to basically go much higher than some of those other stocks mentioned. Or all stocks could go higher, make new highs, but this one has more potential to do it in a much shorter period of time. Nice to see that it sort of went to a slightly new low here and then recovered pretty well. So that's good. Moving to a weekly, still in an uptrend. So you know, this is where we first spotted the break, had a fantastic run, easing back, but as you could see, still within the longer term uptrend. And if we do reverse off here, I think we're going to get a decent rally. Okay, well that's it for this week. If you have a request, send it through and I'll try to cover it next week for you.